Okie dokies. Check, check. I think we are. Oh, this needs to come this way. There we go. So, yeah. Let me. Excuse me. So, all right. Before I begin, I gotta always make sure I take a moment here to go into my Adobe Audition, and I moved my wireless keyboard down here when I was making Crystal Grid earlier. I was gonna try and just like wham bam, say the thing, but I ended up rambling for like an hour about all kinds of freaking stuff. Classic Matthew, yes, classic. Gaita, Gaia, I can hear. That's what they would say. Gaita, Gaia, yes. All right. So I go in Adobe Audition, I hit Control-Shift-N, enter, Shift Space. Now we're recording. There we go. Let's dial in with some chakra tones before we start doing anything. Okay. So G is your root. And I tune my piano to A432. And I really want to, and just like, but I have to restrain. So we're gonna take a moment before we do anything, and we're gonna balance with some chakra tones. G. Thank you. I'm not speaking to the rocks and the cards. So, when last we played, was that yesterday? These were the energies that I have been working with as of new moon, and I've just been like drawing cards and pulling things and message cards, so those are old messages, and there's energies I'm working with. I made my new grid, and I pulled, the rejuvenation card with the blue dragon, and he's like taking a nap. And the blue dragon, oh my gosh, that's, Toru. Okay, whoo. So that's Toru's box over there, and down there I have the hairs of Toru and Kiba and Chi-Chi. The red dragon is Kiba, the middle one is Toru, and Chi-Chi's still with us, but I got her hair there, so she's with them, in spirit. And the old upright is very significant. So always with the energy. So we're gonna put these cards back, and we're gonna start playing with new energies. Let's put this up here so you guys can actually see. There we go. So I just want to say thank you to all of you. And I'm going to just flip you guys over. Yep, we're just going to flip you over. You guys are two-sided, don't need to be flipped. And then you, and then you, and then you. I know. It's been such a crazy, crazy journey. Okay, we're going to start with the foxfire. I always start with the foxfire. Oh, this one. Acceptance. Acceptance. Yes, I know. Oh my gosh, I know, acceptance. Oh. So, for those of you, this is the Foxfire deck. You guys always just, yeah, and that look. goes. Acceptance from the foxfire. Ooh. One more. All things in three, so we had two flows already. Acceptance. I know, right? Thank you. Okay. 8 of Cups. She's riding the dragonfly. It is a little, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Very fascinating. 8. And we're talking about landscape portal. Oh my gosh. This is very interesting. Dragonflies are very significant to us. So, the 8 of Cups. Oh my gosh, I just turned it over on the bottom of the Ace of Cups. Oh my gosh, what? So, both of you all's right here. So, that means what was at the top of the deck then? The Wheel of Fortune? Freaking, are you kidding me? You can't make this stuff up. Oh my gosh, what? What? Hold on. The fairy deck is very, like, working with the fairy. yet. Not yet. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I got 3 pieces there, improvs, working with these. So we drew acceptance with the Foxfire after dialing in, and then we just drew the Wheel of Fortune, the 8 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Well, the Ace of Cups was on the bottom, the Wheel of Fortune was on the top. When I set the cards down and hit a chord, went to the 8 of Cups. Okay. I just can't say no. I know. They always want me to sing. The fairies, they love. You have. I know. You have to sing for the fairies. Sing for the fairies. They love it. They love it. Use your voice, and singing opens your throat chakra. By the way, so yes, I know. I always. Yeah.
Shake the apples from my family tree. So when the autumn comes to take the leaves, we'll write history books from memories. There is shade and we'd forget. Well, I don't remember 2012. But I heard the world would turn to hell. And compared to that, well, I'm doing well. So I pray to God, it really did. Well, they always ask you not to leave. And I am, as they remember me. So when all my friends forget my name, no, I won't come back and be the same. again. Uno más. Uno más. Dos más. Tres más. Cuatro. Uno más. If I could begin to be half of what you think of me, I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love. When I see the way you look, shaken by how long it took, I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love like you. Love like you. I always thought I might be bad, and I know that's not true, 'cause I think you're so good, and I'm nothing like you. Look at you go, I just adore you. I wish that I knew what makes you think I'm so special. If I could begin to do something that does right by you, I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love. When I see the way you act, wondering when I'm coming back, I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love like you. Good old Steven Universe. I know. Thank you. Wait. I appreciate it. You guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you guys will stay here because we are working with the Wheel of Fortune, which we're trying to to work right now as things are pushing and pulling. That was at the top of the deck, because that's really like at the surface. Everybody's talking about it. It's the season where things can tip, and you have to be brave, and you have to, you really have to take a hold of all your cups, yeah, and because this deck is not like normal decks. This the fairy deck is different. It's, oh my gosh. And then the Ace of Cups. Of course, we know aces, eights and ones, tens. Because the Wheel of Fortune is a 10, right? Yeah, it's a 10. Frick, on a stick, man, and then the acceptance. Jeez, okay. Now that we're done being like, woo, Cosmos, yeah, thank you, oh my gosh. Yeah, we need to simmer down now. Simmer down now. Simmer down. So, working with the tree keepers. Tree keepers. Oh goodness. Tree keepers. Petrified wood. Petrified wood. I know it's throat. Okay. Just roll with it. Just roll with it. Oh, that one tickled. What was that one? Keeper of focus. Yes, you see that? Focus. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, with the keys. 31. No way. Focus. According to the keeper of focus, all it takes is one good, intentional breath to recollect and focus. It takes but one breath. You can do more if you like, but it takes just one. Thank you. Sunlight dances off the leaves. Birds of red color the trees. Flowers filled with buzzing bees. In the places we won't walk. Neon lights shine bold and bright. Buildings glow at dizzying heights. People come alive at night. In the places we won't walk. Children cry, and they laugh and play, and slowly hair will turn to gray, and we will smile to end each day in the places we won't walk. Family, look on in awe. Petals decorate the floor. Waves gently stroke the shore. In the places we won't walk. Children cry and they laugh and play, and slowly hair will will turn to gray, and we will smile to end each day in the places we won't walk. That's 3 songs. I sang 3 songs. I know, always 3 songs. Like, I can't just like, I was like, you gotta sing 3 songs. Gotta sing 3 songs. Don't ask me why. It just is, and I just have to accept it. So what did I just press? This is what I want to press. I don't want this. Close that. I want this. And I want to stop that. And I want to hit save. And I want to press 8. What's today's date? The 6th, 2025, L1. And then I need to go into the proper folder down here into April. So I go into August. Did I just say April? What in the heck? August. There we go. So now everything will save into the August folder and I can move it appropriately. And it's dated 8/1, live 1. Because since we are live, I have to make sure I don't record for too long before it starts like digital farting and blipping out on me. So just give me a quick moment here to let that save, and I can close that and I can start a new file and get going again. There we go. So the fairies got their 3 songs, which means let's pull a message card. We need a message card from the angel. Angel Arts message. Whoa, okay. The tree lady. I know the tree lady. When you have to work hard and save our resources and money, we can also treat ourselves once in a while to keep our momentum going. Now is the time for a well-needed holiday and rest. You have worked hard and deserve a gift. Now is the time to treat myself. Yes. And I know we had to hustle. I'm not going to go out and call in sick from work tomorrow. I have important things to do at work tomorrow. But after this live session, I don't have to process audio. It's already scheduled for tomorrow. After this, I can enjoy some tea. And because the tree lady is telling me the rest, and when I built my grid earlier today, the blue dragon is telling me, Matthew, you need to rest. And the 8 of Cups is telling me, Matthew, your cups are filling up, and oh, yes, I know. Thank you. Goodness. Excuse me there, excuse me. Oh my goodness. I was there towards the end there, and they're like, nope, we got more to say. So I held on to get that out. Oh my gosh, look at that waveform. What in the... Oh, that's a great waveform. You see that down below there. Oh, that was a bottle of full moon in Capricorn water, empty. That's okay. That's what they're there for. This is still another one. I got like a few of them here. I'm trying to get through them so I can make new ones. Okay. Sorry about that. Goodness. Oh, I have a lot of homework now. Today has been like, oh, goodness me. That was so prolific already, this session. Like, everything is just like flow, 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 flow. It's because I put a new grid, and I can just like feel that. Oh, my gosh. It's a lot. Just a few more. Just a few more. So this is a classic. The Wisdom of Avalon. for those of you who are wondering, I'm not doing like fortunes. I'm doing like, oh, the Merlin, alchemy, justice, balance. Yes. Okay. Somewhere along the way, these 8 decks became my flow decks. So when I pull cards at the piano and I'm facing west, I'm not like reading I'm reading the energy and what's in our hemisphere, over a set amount of time or whatever, who knows, but I draw the cards and these are the energies that are kind of like in my hemisphere to flow with and work with. Except for the fairy tarot deck, that's kind of like that's a more me, but like this is more broad, collective, and yes, me, but like the collective that's connected to me and are feeling these kinds of similar things. Like everybody's on their own journey and everything like that, but we all have a lot of parallels with the energies that are at play cosmically, and whether you like to admit it or not, especially like at the very least the moon. I know some people are like, oh yeah, the stars and constellations, and it's like to each their own, and I know some people don't believe it, but I personally do, and this is my world, and this is me. I'm not saying that, this is just me doing me here. And what I'm going to do divination and actually speak with spirit about specific things, that's when you want to turn and face east. So at work, I asked for an east-facing desk. Like when they brought me into work, and they're just like, you can pick a desk out of all these. And I'm like, where's the east-facing desks? And like these ones. And I'm like, bam, that's all I need. So that way on my breaks and while I'm working, I can, speak and connect. But at the piano, I want to flow and facilitate and resonate like everything that's going on here with the crystals and the copper and pulling like these strings of ether that I don't know, the Merlin, I have to work the alchemy. And that's sacred, that's A. A stage of play. Okay. Gotcha. Just saying have fun. Have fun with it. Sorry. Just pulled stage of play fairy. Just have fun with it. Just have fun with it. And for me, when it comes to having fun, we're just playing an A minor and I was just thinking about it. Fly me to the moon. Why didn't I play that? Yes. And then it goes into, so we're having fun here. Here we go. Thank you for the stage of play, Fairy, reminding me to just have fun. And, oh, that was good, but it's almost 9, so we made it to the last, the 8th deck. Oh, we skipped the Fairy Wisdom Oracle. Can't forget the Fairy Wisdom Oracle. I know, I can't count you out. I'm sorry. Okay. Lapis. Whoa, that was fast. What was that one? Companions. Oh, I know we're thinking about our companions, and you can see her with her little Griffey companion. Oh, it reminds me of my world.
for 14. Curious. Companions. Yeah, okay. Okay. Remembrance, love, loss, healing. Companions. Mystery. Okay, yes, mystery. Okay, gotcha. That, whenever that happens, I was like, all right, mystery, let the mystery be. I was sitting there just like, and they're like, shh, let it be, let it be. In remembrance of companions. Oh my gosh, Luis. Thank you. Oh, I'm trying, man. Like, whew, it's been quite the session tonight, and the cards have been quite serious, but also joyful and fun, like all encompassing. All encompassing. Yes. Oh my goodness. But I appreciate you, Louise. I always appreciate you, and I hope you're working your magic too with your paints and seizing the energy because we are in the season, and in order to really work that magic coming up this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe even tomorrow I would count, as, you know, that peak period. It's important to emote and feel and release confirmation like gurgles coming up. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's right. I need to finish the spell. I didn't sing the other two songs. Ah. So those of you who don't follow me and don't understand, I have a few regular people who listen. Every time I've been going live lately, I've been singing these same 3 songs, and I call them my little spells. And I say this in all seriousness, you guys, like super serious, okay? Music is magic, and combining it with words creates like some of those magical spells. When songs are stuck in your head and the words, like if there's a song that you just love, do yourself a favor. Just look up the lyrics, okay? Just the lyrics, and read the lyrics as a poem. Take the music out of it. Just read the lyrics as a poem. How does that make you feel? How does that make you resonate? It doesn't matter what the vibrations are of the music that makes you feel upbeat and blah, 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 blah. If those words as a poem are making you like, cycle in that area, maybe you don't want to be singing that song. Maybe you want to listen to it to feel that in the moment, but there's people who listen to these songs all the time that keep them, because your subconscious doesn't know the difference, especially when you're singing it in your head, when it's stuck in your head. So I try and, use my music and singing with intention and make sure that everything is just instrumental for the most part, so it's just pure vibrations, and people can just like feel the vibrations, let it resonate naturally with themselves, and they can, do their own thing with it. But then once you attach words to these frequencies that are dancing and interplaying with your entire chakra system, it can really do some deep-seated embedded spell work. So that's why I try to every single day, sing these songs that put the right thing in my brain, because I suffer from I suffered in the past, not anymore. This is new. Ace of Cups, new era. That's right. So you have to just be aware of the words that you're repeating to yourself in your head, even if it is your jam. Just do yourself a quick check on those words and make sure that you're not feeding your brain things, because you know what? That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. So I finish. I sang Will Wood in the tapeworm self. That's reclaiming yourself. And then I sing Hallelujah, and I sing it my way, and I change the lyrics at the end as a way of deprogramming and raging against the system, because Hallelujah, believe it or not, by Leonard Cohen, is one of the most anti-Christian songs, and it has such deep-seated messages and things in there, and I like to change the words just a little bit at the end there. And then I close with Yoko Kano Blue from Cowboy Bebop, because she sings free, I'm ascending. Oh yes, you've been writing like a mofo in 52. Yes, I love it. Yes, you release that kind of stuff. But then once you release it, you have to leave it there and don't go back there. And that's another reason why sometimes there are certain pieces that I improvise for the daily piano that I'm like, this is not the vibe that I'm going for, because it is a release piece and I don't want to put that in the middle. Sometimes I'm like, this is really strong. It's very difficult to play with these things, with what I'm trying to do here, but you have to acknowledge the dark. You really have to acknowledge it. And things are coming up. The full moon is coming up on Saturday. We've already I think we're at 93% illumination now. So we're feeling that moon energy, especially those of us who have water sign moon placements. I'm a triple Scorpio moon, Scorpio sun, Scorpio rising. I'm like water, water, water. But if you are Cancer or a Pisces moon, right now you're feeling the feels, and you need to release these feels so that way you can take advantage of this manifestation period and manifest in a clear headspace. Because if you're going to start doing these manifestation spells and things that you want to do in your own life just to embed yourself, if you're holding on to these feels and not releasing it, they suppress and they hold and they like start, putting your chakras in deficiency or excess, and they form tumors and illness and all this kind of stuff. So you have to make sure that when something triggers you and something is making you feel something, you have to sit with it and say, why does this make me feel this way? And sit with it and say, hello, how are you? And you go back to that memory, whatever that memory. It's always some core childhood shit, okay? But you'll go back and you'll just say hi to your younger self and just be like, hey, what's up? I remember this. Yes, I remember this. But it's not like that anymore. It's not like that anymore. And you have to let them know that it's safe, you're okay. And you can even like rewrite those things. And you say, I remember that, and it hurt, it stung, but we got through it, and it's not like that anymore. It's not like that anymore. It's, but you sit with it and you remember it, remembrance, and you feel it. It may make you cry, and sometimes like remnant pains come back from certain things, and you got to sit with it and you be like, oh, this is hitting me. This is this chakra system. What's going on? When was I feeling guilt and shame? Why am I feeling it now? And you got to sit with these things. And then once you release it, for me on the piano, dance, whatever, you have to release it. And then, then you can start working on all your stuff. But you have to release and cleanse, because how are you going to bring in whatever you're trying to bring into your life if you don't release what you're holding on to? just say. I speak from personal experience, okay? So this water heals me. This water makes me feel good. I'm going to sing these songs. I'm going to rewrite the wires in my brain. So I'm going to be my best and highest self. Here we go. I'm sorry I rambled there for a second. Like, I do that a lot. Bird vomit. Oh my gosh. It's always something from childhood. So here we go. Hallelujah, my way, and just sing no to the patriarchy and all that established crap. And we're gonna do things our way, and we recognize things. So here we go. Was a secret chord that David played, and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, and the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled kid, composing Alleluia. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. And she tied you to a kitchen chair and she broke your throat. She cut your hair and from your lips she drew the hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
maybe I've been here before. I know this room, I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. And I've seen your flag on the marble arch, and love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 And there was a time you'd let me know what's real and going on below. But now you never show it to me, do you? Remember when I moved in you and the holy dark was moving too, and every breath we drew was hallelujah. 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 And maybe there's a God above, but all he ever learned from love was how to shoot at someone who outdrew him. And it's not a cry that you hear at night, and it's not somebody who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 One more song, and I've sung them all. Yoko Kanno, Blue. Be free and understand that you're ascending and life is never ending. And we've done this all before. We're going to continue doing it again. And, or maybe it all just comes to an end and you ascend and you dissipate. However you want to believe. but still, I love this song, Blue, by Yoko Kanno, originally sung by Mai Yamane. And before I do that, I'm going to take a sip of the 620 through the 23rd, 4 times sun, moon, reverse osmosis, lethal water. So I can, oh my gosh, you got tight. There we go. So get some of this energy into me. I love this energy. Beautiful. Ignite that fire within me that exists throughout Letha, and it's in me now, and it's in me always. I am ascending. Never seen a bluer sky. It's I can feel it reaching out and moving closer. There's something about blue. I asked myself what it's all for. The funny thing about it, I couldn't answer. No, I couldn't answer. Things have turned a deeper shade of blue. Images that might be real, maybe illusion, kept flashing off and on. I wanna be free, to move amongst the stars. You know they really aren't so far. I feel so I wanna be free. Please don't wake me from the dream. It's really everything it seems. I am so there's no black and white in the blue. Everything is clearer now. Life is just a dream, you know. It's never ending. As I'm ascending. Gosh, that's been quite a session. I can already woo. We're gonna call it a night. We did the 3 songs to complement the spell and then some, and we got a lot of good flow and wonderful energy here to work with until it's time to draw new cards come Friday, Saturday, whenever. But One last parting message. What do we got here? Lamas. All that you have been working for will come to fruition. You can harvest what you need to move forward. Rejoice in all the hard work you have completed, as it will soon be time for rest. You can't make this stuff up. Are you freaking kidding me? You have more than enough energy to see you through any hard times that may occur. Yes, affirmation, no. All right, my energy is at its fullest. I am positive and strong. So, oh my God. Rejoice in all the hard work you have completed, as it will soon be time for us. Yes. Oh, what is sleep? Yeah, okay. Thank you for a wonderful evening, and it was a pleasant surprise to see Luis pop in, and good to hear that you have been writing like a mofo and painting. It's like, oh my gosh! And I did see that you posted your painting for sale, and like I'm rooting for you, man. And I don't know if you're still tuned in or if anyone else is tuning in, but Luis, he's called 5 and 7 Art. You can see him in the comments here, and I think he should be on screen there. And I think I have the YouTube set so it'll remember, but oh my gosh, phenomenal painter, full of emotion, and like you can just like the colors, man, like the way you play with colors and make me feel things just at first glance, that like first second of just like, you know, how things are laid out, just like you always hit, man, and that's magic. That's magic. We were having discussions in a Discord about like, can I put magic in my art? Yes, you can. Every stroke can be done with intention. You can use moon waters, colors with meanings, and you can write sigils and like words underneath, you know, hidden. You can hide them throughout, you know, with like writing in your own secret language, all kinds of stuff, you know, like everything that you do is magical because you are magical. And I just want everybody to remember who they are and just be that, be you at the end of the day. Because when you start creating and flowing and working in your energy, that's when you connect with your divine feminine, and you're creating in the moment. Like you're like you go to this place when you create, and everybody has a creative spark in them, and you don't have to be some maestro grandiose. So like you just have to do it and feel something and put what you feel into it, and you're, you know, like, and that there's a transference. And people say, oh, that's spiritual woo-woo stuff, but I'm also a scientist by day, and I work in plant pathology, and I watch the microverse a lot closely, and I, you know, read a lot of other scientific studies. Science is catching up. They're starting to prove things that we've always known, but they're using science, and they're just giving it different names. They're just giving things different names and saying, oh yeah, science says this, you know, they've been doing it forever. Doing it forever. Vibration, frequency, and like intention, and the power of like your chakra systems and your chi, and you know, like all that stuff. It's all real, you guys. You're real, and you are having an experience. So have that experience and be like, you have to heal that. It comes down to healing that inner child, man. Like, oh, thank you, man. I know you do. I can see that. Like, I'm so glad that, you know, you're starting to see your worth, and just like, you know, like go for it, man. Like if all those other guys can do it, why can't you? And you can do it, and it feels good just doing it. And you know, like for me, I just keep playing my piano every single day, and I never really recorded myself doing my flows until 5 years ago. I got the grand piano, and then all of a sudden I had that car accident, and they were like, you're never gonna be able to play piano again. And like, you know, it's been a journey to get to where I am now. From 5 years ago, it's almost 5 years ago to the date. But you know, it's like, I'm not there anymore. It's not, that was then, this is now. And there's power inside of you. You have power, and don't give your power away. Reclaim it. Reclaim your power, And it's as simple as saying, like, today I choose to wear this. I choose to show up like this. You know, I choose to say this today. You know, this thing I've like. That's all. That's all it really takes. One action of, you know, being firm in who you are and fighting for yourself. You know, really, it can be a small act. You know, like. But when you start that, you know, it's like that's, and if you do that once a day, and say, okay, I'm not trying to do that twice a day, I'm not trying to do it 3 times. You know, you just have to work at it and just be persistent with yourself. And you can overcome anything, you can heal from anything when you find yourself and balance yourself and go beyond what they tell you, because they'll tell you all kinds of things. But you are your own person with your own experience, and you can say, I want a second opinion, I want a third opinion, I'm going to explore other avenues, and I'm going to figure out what's going to work for me. And you go and do what works for you. That's all I'm saying. But at the end of the day, create a flow. That's what's going to help you tap into that. Because when you start expressing yourself creatively, and you know, however it is, you start to awaken that you that's dormant. You know, when you were a kid and you were always doing different things, you like go back to your childhood. What did you enjoy doing when you were a kid that you haven't done in a long time? Go get yourself some crayons. Go get yourself some colored pencils. Go get yourself that instrument that you used to play on, you know, or go learn an instrument that you wanted to learn. You know, like do something like, oh, I remember I used to write poetry. You know, like whatever it is that you do as you like, if you would put on skits and acts, do it by yourself. You know, put on a show for your stuffies, whatever. Like you go home and you're in your space. And your space should be the #1 place where you can just be yourself. And that's, you know, you make yourself a space to create and flow. I created my space to create and flow. And my wife has her space to create and flow. And that to me is the most important thing. Everybody needs to tap into their creative flow so they can tap into their divine feminine and create the world they want to create for themselves. And that comes with facing the shadows, facing the darkness. Anytime you get triggered, anytime something makes you feel weird or makes you anxious or something like that. Like I've been through the rigor, you guys. Like I've been on all kinds of antidepressants and they've diagnosed me all kinds of stuff. You know, the last one was BPD, borderline personality, but they were treating a moment of crazy. But I've been, you know, they had me on olanzapine and Ativan and Xanax and Paxil and all kinds of stuff. And then, you know, the cancer and the tumor and the car. And like, you know, when you start going on a path of healing throughout your life, and for me, it really started at 7 when, we're not going to talk about that. That was a long time ago. Point being, you go through shit and you always make it through. You're here right now. If you are here right now listening to me speaking, you are here right now, alive, breathing, after everything. Think about your life from birth to now. Everything, every freaking trial and tribulation you've been through, you've gotten through it because it's you. You're the one who gets through it. You know, people, oh, it's a good thing this happened. They're like, no, you have no idea. Your will, your gumption, your fight to just keep going, that's what does it. So remember that, like through everything, how did you move and how can you continue to move in the right way moving forward? Like what happened in the past, don't dwell on it, use it as like a blueprint of lessons learned. And then don't really worry about the future. You know, you'll think about it and plan for things and, you know, yeah, you want things to be, and you go for it. You manifest and you go for it. But at the end of the day, remember that you are here now. And when you are in creative flow, you are truly in the moment. That's why I call my music In the Moment. I'm on In the Moment 9 and 10. I have to compile on my website. I still haven't posted 7 and 8 on the website yet. I only sent those out to Patreons. I'm really falling behind on my album collections. But, you know, stuff, always got something to do. That's another thing. When you always have something to do, you have reason to live. So, stay you, stay powerful, be you, and don't let anybody take your power from you. Reclaim your effing power. That's the message today. Reclaim your freaking power. How do I stop this? Where's my mouse? Stop streaming. Where's that? There it is.